Hey guys, so this is an Envirofan Gold Line from the early 80s. It is different from the other 36-inch gold lines that I have. It is not the same OEM as the one that was made by Union or Evergo. There are some subtle differences, even more subtle than the missing point on the bottom. Yep. The side of the motor is not ribbed. The blades are a slightly different shape. Lower canopy slightly different. I can't see where the screw goes in the upper canopy to see if that's different or not, to see if it has that same little ridge that yeah. But either way, it's not the same OEM. It's not Evergo or Union. People call these Palco, but we have no idea if Palco actually was an OEM. In fact, we're almost certain that they weren't. One thing I find interesting is that the blades on this, shape-wise, are identical to the current 36-inch gold line. So there's a good chance that whatever the OEM of this is the same as the OEM of the current 36-inch one. Okay. That's iron motor, right? It's not aluminum, right?
It's not quite so heavy, so, you got a speaker.
I don't know where there's a magnet handy.
Shoot.
It felt heavy enough to me that I thought it was iron, but, I don't know. I mean, there's a magnet here, but we're still in, we're still in disarray at the moment. Let me see if there's one on the workbench.
Yeah.
And if not, we won't worry about it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't see one handy, so, yeah, I don't know, but, yeah, we'll come back to that. I thought it was iron, because it seemed heavy enough, given how small it was, to be iron, but we're not 100% certain. Blades are clearly aluminum.
Yeah.
So let's, did you see if it had a current rating on it?
Oh, I didn't totally look.
Okay.
But I can...
He's gonna look.
Look real quick here.
Yeah, there were 4 of these on eBay, and originally the seller had them listed as a lot of 4.
0.7 amps.
Okay. Then I bought this when it was a lot of 4, and then he's like, "Oh wait, I meant to list them individually," and then he listed them as 4-blade fans, and then he listed them as 3-blade fans. So.
Okay, so it's 0.7 amps. So 0 to high.
So we're under, considerably.
It's actually going to rise.
Interesting. No? Didn't think so.
And that's flying.
Yeah.
So I don't think capacitor's bad in this one.
No, I'm sure it's fine. Sometimes the current rating is just a little higher than it needs to be.
Yeah. What was it? Like 0.63 was the inrush then, and it dropped to...
You want to do an airflow test? I mean, it's going to be... There's a lot of stuff in the way, so it might not be an accurate airflow test, but you can try.
Alright. I'm feeling a good amount of air from this.
I wonder if it's more than the Evergo version, because those are not that good at air movers, and this seems to be better air mover.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling something good.
Well, so there may be an advantage to this, even though I like the look of the other version better.
Gold line.
Okay, well...
I'll say it's gold line air movement.
Okay, well let's continue with the test.
Spin down. Oh, before we spin down, actually...
We forgot about,
yeah.
Wattage
Usually used
and
to just
power factor
testing
and all that.
current draw.
I know.
So, spin down will happen in...
So that seems like that's going to be around 1.
You're right, it is around 1.
All you got to do is take the amperage and multiply it by 120.
120 volts.
Yeah, and then you'll know what the power factor of 1 would be. So if I look at it and it's clearly more than less, so it's easy to multiply it. It's easy
spin down.
to multiply it by 100, right? You just add zeros. So if I look at it and I multiply it by 100 and it's considerably more than that, then I figure it has a power factor of 1. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now the bearings are in perfect shape.
They definitely are. This would look good over my workbench.
You want to borrow that one too, Metal Pete?
I wouldn't mind this one.
Okay.
This one I would definitely use.
Go right ahead.
I would use this one.
Go right ahead.
Cause...
See, you gotta notice how Metal Pete doesn't say, "Hey, I'm gonna borrow this one," or "Hey, can I borrow this one?" Even though by him and I work together enough that he doesn't have to ask. He can just say, "Hey, I'm gonna borrow this one," because he, unless I have a specific place for it. But then
the museum.
Right. Then he could just say, "Hey, can I borrow this one?" But what he does instead is he says, that would look good over my workbench.
Okay.
And then, you know,
decade box.
See, you notice he's changing the subject, too.
No,
He doesn't
well,
like that I foiled his plan.
No, he didn't really, but...
Okay.
Okay, 1. Go ahead. 2. 3.
He uses metal fans.
He sure does.
4. 5. Okay, it's going to start on 5.
Interesting, because the Evergo version started much earlier, I think.
Huh.
So here's another question. So
Yeah?
we are talking about, you know, eventually having gold line variations in the museum.
Okay.
So here are the options so far. Obviously, one of the polished aluminum ones.
Yes.
Or also thought about the 48-inch brown, since that's just a rare finish and size.
Yeah.
Or this. What do you think is the coolest gold line variation in the museum?
I think the stripped.
Because you're never going to see that anywhere else.
No, you just won't, and it is also my work.
Metal Pete wants to have some. Well, we've also got that. In fact, we already have a place for the one you're also working on right now that's going to go up.
The Metro?
Yes.
Yeah, I just got to look at that one and make sure there's nothing else touch-up-wise.
So let's make sure that one's ready to go by January.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to take down the little small ring and we're going to hang that in its place.
Okay, cool.
But, I mean...
All right, this is actually not bad low on 5.
No, it's a nice low. It better be, because that's any lower than that it would start. So they'll better be good there.
Yeah, it's not too slow either. Here's 6. What's it doing on 5? Yeah, I just wanted to see you did on 5. 0.24, typical. Okay, here's 6. And here's 7. 8. Okay, 5 and 8 so far. 9.
Yeah, 5 and 8 make a good range so far.
Yep.
Like a 5, 8, 13.
Yeah. 10. This is 10.
Yep.
Let's see what it does on learning remote medium, which is... Okay.
So it'd be okay on a learning remote. There's still a good range between that and...
And also 5, 8, 13, because I'm at 12, and
Yeah.
let's try 13. I'm at 13.
Yeah, you still got the ways to go between that and high. Hit high. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So 5, 8,
Perfect.
13 would be a good control
Because a
for
lot
that.
of, I notice, I usually hit resonant frequencies are
Yeah.
too close to high on 4-speed controls, like 5, 8, 13, I've noticed. But this one, definitely,
Just remember, if you borrow this, that those aren't the screws that go to it.
right.
So, I mean, and we can, obviously, as we're testing more
I think
fans...
because of the union screws, I can buy those.
Oh, yeah,
kits.
they're going to be a standard thread.
That's like a standard
Although
bolt.
I don't think they're meant to be the hex head ones, since this is the Palco version or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they're meant to be like a normal round head screw. I could be wrong. And
Right.
maybe we'll turn them up before you leave here today, because, you know, as we continue
14?
to test fans, we'll unbury some fans.
15.
We got a lot of fans.
Let's see, where am I at? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's really not drawing much more current.
No, it seems like it's going to kind of taper off.
Okay. I'm still good. 22. 25. Let's just max it out. It's maxed out at 40 microfarads, and
Okay.
I'm still under high.
Let's see how it does in the solid state. So yeah, this would be good on a learning remote, and it would be good on a 5, 8, 13.
Yep, 4-speed, yep. Yep. So right now I put the blender on the solid state.
You got that little blender mine with the pull chain through the middle?
Yep.
Nice.
That's the one.
Yeah, those are cool. We finally have the one in the museum powered up.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's too bad you weren't there for the group trip to get to see everything powered.
Right. Yeah, those
I have a
guys.
good question.
Okay.
What is your favorite museum that you've powered so far?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so many favorites. For me, it's probably the iFan.
Which iFan, the chrome or?
I love the iPhone.
Honestly, I like the brass one better, and the only reason I like the brass one better is because I could hang that in my house in just about any room, and it would look good. The chrome one would look good in Nia's makeup room, and that's it. That's about the only room in the house that would look good.
Yeah. So far, this is actually quiet.
It's pretty quiet. It's almost bedroom quiet.
Practically is. I would call it that. I can't even hear that. If I can't hear it right here, I ain't gonna hear it unless I go right up to it. You have to actually listen for it.
That is a cool little fan. I'm glad I got that. I was kind of on the fence when I learned I wasn't getting all four.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even realize it didn't have a point when I first got it because the auction originally did not have a picture of the bottom. So I thought I was getting 4 brown pointy ones. And I was moss happy. And then, yeah, I learned that, that he meant it for it to only be 1. And also that it did not have a point. But I was on the fence.
High.
About the same.
Yeah, it practically is.
Okay, well...
Yeah, these are very good on solid state.
Yeah.
Well, these are pretty much meant to be.
Well, yeah, all industrial fans are, with some exceptions.
Okay, well, that's actually everything. I did 0 to high in decade.
Yep. So, Metal Pete and I got lots more fans to test.
We
We're
do.
going to talk about which ones we're going to do next, so keep watching.
Okay,